Reinforcements en route.
So I made one more tweak with this build. I'm using the chill out mask and got rid of, the improvised knee pads I was wearing, since I could double up protection on the lead on the mask and still have the same amount. Now I lost the 20% repair skill, is true, but I gained the 5% bonus armor from the Gilligard piece from chill out, which I think is better because it slightly boosts my armor, of course. Also, that slightly boosts my base armor regen because of Bellstone. And then finally, it slightly boosts the amount of armor I provide teammates to through Vanguard. So overall, I think it's just better than having the one extra repair skill buff for my fixer drone. But obviously, it's tiny. Like, it's is it better or is it not? I don't know, but I think that was a better option. But yeah, I love this build. It's just very fun. Now, it's not... I've tried, like, Legendary. This build, it's not really good for Legendary. Because it doesn't do enough damage to clear it, and it also is too frail to survive it. But I still really like... Legendary difficulty is really optional in this game anyway. And most people and teams even only do it just for the challenge, not really for any loot that you can really get out of it that's worth it, that you also can't get anywhere else. Because I'm thinking of like max gear mods, but I've already farmed multiple max gear mods just from heroic and even challenge difficulty. So now the one thing I'm wondering is if you have to do legendary to find the 13% protection from elite those. I'm thinking that might be the only thing that might actually be locked in legendary, or be like hard locked in the sense that maybe you can find that on heroic, but it's so insanely rare that compared to legendary that you may just have to do legendary to get some of that stuff. But besides that, which is just a minor buff, everything else I've been able to get without playing legendary once. But ultimately, that's what my super tank build in my other videos for. And I've noticed pretty much, but this is true of all my builds. So my striker build, my skill build, it's all the same. None of them are able to solo as good as my tank, and none of them can carry like my tank can. Anytime I ever struggle, or I'm in a team that starts struggling and I go down with my team, like we have a team wipe, and I'm not on my tank build, I just switch to my pure tank you've seen, and it's always easier, which is... It's just bittersweet to me because it's annoying that I have to rely on the tank so much, but it also is a reminder that it's like, hey, that build's actually, really good too.